Hello everybody, this is Marcusarc. This is my very first YouTube video and I'm a little bit nervous. Don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm just gonna do it anyways. My first small series I decided I wanted to do on my channel is on Faster Than Light. It's a indie game you can get off of Steam. I really enjoy it. It's space simulation, which is pretty cool. It's got a lot of micromanaging to it, which I like, and I guess we'll just get right into it. So I'm gonna start a new game. I've played this a couple times. I've only beaten it twice, so I'm not really that good at it, or else there's something I haven't figured out yet. So I'll just, be gentle on me in the comments if you make any. So we'll just restart a new game, lose my other one, and we'll start off by naming my people. I'm going to name my captain Marcusarc after me. As you may notice, there is a K instead of a C in the name, which is the way I would normally spell it, but someone already had that name, and I tried to look them up, but I think they are private or something because I couldn't actually find anything on them. But it said it was taken, so I have to go with it. The next guy I will name is Sleek Blaze, who does YouTube videos as well on World of Warcraft. If you ever want to check him out, just go under Sleek Blaze and watch some of his videos. Kind of interesting. And I got Ice, who is another person I know, and he does not do YouTube videos, but I like his nickname, so I like to use it. So we'll start off, and before we start off, we'll name the ship the Immortal. Okay, and then we're gonna set it on easy because I'm not very good at normal, well, at this game period. So, and I don't think I would be able to beat it on normal. So my best chance is to do it on easy, and then we'll just start the game. So when I start off, I like to get my people to where they are before I go anywhere. So I used to be on my weapons, where you can learn this when you put them on systems like this with these little computers right here, that they will learn those skills on those specific systems, which makes, when they increase, they actually get better at it and give you a little bit of a benefit in those areas. Blaze, I'd like to have him on shields, and then Marcusarc will be obviously my captain. So we'll also turn on our burst laser. I'm not going to turn on my missiles just yet because the first two zones that we'll be starting in are pretty easy and you don't really need them. Okay, let's unpause the game and get them to their spots. Before I go anywhere, I will start with an upgrade on my power. As you can see, you can upgrade many things. You got your shields, you have your engines, you have your oxygen, weapons control, med bay, piloting, sensors, and door systems, as well as your reactor, which increases your power bars. So whenever you increase one of these main systems up here, you need to increase your power bars in order to keep them powered up. So I start off by getting one power right away, since I have the scraps to be able to do it, which is up here, and that's kind of like your money. And then you can look at your crew right here and look at their skills, and then you have your equipment on this tab here, which you can get augmentations. This is your cargo, so drones and stuff like that, and then your weapons up here. Okay, so we've gone through that. Let's just move on. First we'll power up our engine to be a little bit better so we can get more dodge, and we'll move on. So I'm going to start over here before I go to a store. As you can see, it's right here. I want to get some scrap before I make it in here because it'd be kind of pointless to go there now. So when you start jumping, you're actually jumping to beacons within a zone, and the different beacons have different things that can happen at random. So as this one, you detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. You can intervene to defend the outpost or avoid conflict. if you intervene, there is a chance that the outpost will give you something. It can be a crew member, a weapon, and scrap, and other things like that. So first we'll start off by taking out his weapons so he doesn't do any damage to my ship. As you can see, he already took out my oxygen, so it's important to take the weapons out right away, because my shields cannot withstand too much right now since they're only level 1. Okay, once that's destroyed, we'll move ice over and get him to repair it. And this time we did get lucky and we got extra fuel, missiles, and scraps from the outpost for helping them out. So let's move ice over here, repair our oxygen since it got taken out. Don't want our people to suffocate and die. Yeah, when early in the game, the repairs can take a little bit of time because people's skill on repairing are low. So once they get higher, it will go a little bit faster. So we're done that. We will now move on. Let's go to the next beacon. Okay, let's see what we got. We got a slave ship. You recognize the ship as well-known slave trader. He hails you and offers you labor for cheap. We are not going to buy no labor from him because it's 47 scrap, and obviously we don't have that, and he's a slave ship, so yeah, shouldn't have slaves. Let's just take him out. Plus there's a chance that he'll want to give up in the fight and give us a slave, and at this stage of the game the slaves are much needed, and for the amount of scrap you get compared to getting the slave, to buy a slave it costs a lot more, so it's actually a pretty good trade-off to get the slave now. See, as you can see, we surrender. Take one of our slaves as a tribute. If you destroy us, they'll die anyways, and we will accept the offer since you only give us like 16 scrap, and the slave will cost anywhere between, I believe it's 40 and 65. And it's a rock guy. This guy is actually really good. He can put out fires without taking damage, which is great for inside your ship, and also he has a lot of health, so when you fight against someone, you know, he'll most likely win. Okay, let's jump to the store, see if there's anything we can get with our small amount of scrap. And we have some people here that we can buy, and I do not have a scrap for this Mantis or this NG, and I would like to have either one of them. These Mantis are really good for using the fight against people on your ship, because they are stronger than everybody. They get double damage in combat, as you can see on this right hand side here, and they also get 1.2 times movement speed, which is great for finding people in your ship since you can get there really fast. And then the NG, the reason why you like them, I like them, is they repair your ship on any damage on your ship by double the speed, which is something that's really useful. But like I said, I can't buy any. I don't have enough scraps, which kind of sucks. Having both these guys here in one shop right now would be useful, but can't. So we'll just buy some missiles and repair and move on. Okay, so your cockpit lights up with warning signals. You are being targeted by a nearby ship. The distress call was a lure to attract unwitting ships into weapons range. You prepare for a fight. So we'll fight them and just take them right out. You see this guy has a bot system. So his one bot he has right here is actually shooting and taking out my ship. So I kind of want to take him out fast. So I'm going to turn on my missiles and just take it out, because he's going to wreck me if I don't. We actually will accept this. This automated reloader is really great. it increases the speed at which you can fire, and I really enjoy it, so I will accept this. So now that we got all this damage, we need to repair. Let's get our guys repairing. I'm not going to use my rock guy to repair because he's really slow. So, and also, the more skill these guys have on their repairing ability, then the faster they will repair on their systems whenever they get damaged, which will be really useful later on. Okay, so let's move on. We'll go to... guess we'll go to this beacon here and try and move along like this. Okay, so you find a rebel automated scout floating near this beacon. Despite its pristine condition, it appears to be deactivated. I like to attempt to activate them, to get their data stores, because a lot of times they'll try and fight you and you'll get a lot more resources than if I just take the 10 scrap. And as you can see, he's decided to fight me, so let's take him out. You see my shield here, he had used an ion blaster. And what ion blaster does is it'll take out your systems, but it doesn't do any damage, it just stops them from working. So if you see anyone with an ion blaster, it's good to try and take their weapons out right away, so they have less chance of damaging you. Okay, this beacon at first glance seems home to a junkyard. Upon closer inspection, it reveals itself to be a ramshackle market. One trader has a deal that catches your eye. -2 missiles for drone parts. I'm not going to use a drone system, so I will not get any drone parts, and I'll try to sell them if I come across a trader for it. So let's just ignore that. We will now move on to this beacon. Okay, you come across a pirate in hot pursuit of an unidentified ship. You quickly receive a transmission from the pirate. Stay out of this fight or we'll make it worth your while. Okay, well, let's just take him out. Screw this guy. We'll be able to beat him pretty easy. It's early in the game. Let's start with the... oh, actually we'll start with his missiles. Take out his weapons. He's got a missile and they ignore your shield, so if it does hit, it can do a lot of damage. And your shield's not going to do nothing about it. Okay, let's try again on the shield. Make sure we can take it out completely. Make them have to work on it, and then we'll move on to their FTL drive. Okay, let's do this. Now, during the game, you can pause it like this and manage your stuff while you're paused, and it makes it easier to manage what you're doing. And this early, you don't really have to do it because it's just easy. And yeah, later on when you do get to harder fights, you will have to pause it so you can manage what's going on a little easier, and it can save you a lot. Oh, let's take out his weapon again, so he doesn't get a shot off on us. So this bot is a little different than that last bot. You see, he's just shooting down my lasers to weaken him, so that anything that he shoots at me can get by, which doesn't really matter to his missiles. But if he did have like a mark laser like mine, if it were to shoot around the same time as this shot, then it would get through a lot easier and cause a lot more damage. And that's it, we take them out. We only got 13 scrap, so I guess that deal he had offered us was a lot better deal than this 13 scrap. Upon closer inspection, you realize the ship under attack was a rebel scout. It's too damaged to put up much of a fight. So we can destroy it and salvage it, or use the leverage you gain by saving their lives to convince them to delay the pursuing fleet. We will just scrap it. Okay, let's move on. See what we got here. A small civilian ship. They actually want fuel, and it's good to give them fuel. Sometimes they'll give you scrap, some missiles, weapons. They can give you a quest later on, so it's actually helpful and for yourself to give them the fuel, especially if you got a lot. As you can see, I got 31 scrap, which kind of paid off, and now we can move on. Let's go here, then we'll go back this way, across, up, and that way. Sorry, my voice is getting a little scratchy right now. I already tried to do some recording, and I kind of messed it up, so I've been talking quite a bit. Okay, so your ship is hailed. This is an automated message. Resisting our takeover is pointless. Prepare to die. It appears this rebel ship is run by an AI. So, oh, they're firing their FTL drive. So they're trying to escape. So let's take them out. Take their FTL drive out so that they can't escape, and we can get some scraps out of this. Oh, sorry. Okay, here we go. FTL is down. Oh, he sent a bomb. This right here is I'm not sure if it's a S bomb or not. It's a systems bomb, and it will put a bomb placed on your ship somewhere and take out your systems when it hits. So it's kind of good in a way, and sometimes it's not because it can miss. And sometimes it can actually hit your own ship, which is not good either. Or you can hit your own ship with it. Okay, so we win this fight, and then we'll get Sleek Blaze to come and repair the doors. So the doors here are just basically to block the oxygen from coming out, or you can open them if you have a system area on fire, and use that to starve the fire of oxygen. And also they are to protect if someone were to transport on your ship. They have to break through the door before they can move into other rooms. At this stage, my doors are really weak, so if they were to come in, they could just walk through anyways. Okay, let's move to this beacon over here, and then we'll move on to the exit. And now we have a sun. So when you're near a sun that's going to release solar flares, which this one does, what will happen is it will cause damage in your ship. So you want to get out of here as fast as possible. So as soon as you're finished charging, you want to hopefully be done with killing these guys, or just kill them and your FTL drive will come up anyways, I think. So let's just take this guy out nice and quick, take out his weapons so he doesn't do too much damage on us. Okay, he's offering us 3 fuel and 6 missiles. That's a lot. So I think I am actually going to take this. Now we just got to wait for our drive to charge, and then we can get out of here. So we're probably going to get hit by a solar flare before that happens. Luckily we have a rock guy, so if it starts a fire, he can put it out without taking any damage. And it did exactly as I thought it would. Now we'll just send him in, and we will jump. Okay. So you spot a small rebel ship nearby. It seems to have been refitted for transport rather than combat. It does seem to want to engage you and your ship. Should we check it out? Let's demand the surrender of their goods. And now they want to fight. No, they don't want to fight, so they're gonna escape. So they wanted to fight, but they don't want to fight. So we'll take out their drive and we'll shoot. Well, I guess we don't need the missile, but I kind of don't want them to escape because I want the scraps. And I missed. That's just great. Missed the shield. Hopefully don't miss this time. And yes, we took out the shield. Let's turn our missile off so we don't use too many missiles. And just start working on all their systems and stuff. this guy's done, we'll send him back up here. Okay, we got 17 scrap. Wow, that was a whole lot. Well, let's move on to the next sector, but before we do, this is actually going to be the end of the episode. I want to try and keep them to be 15 to 20 minutes long, so thank you for watching, and I will see you again. Well, not really see you again, but I'll be back.